Synnex CSP monthly update all for August. My name is Khalil Arora. I look after the Microsoft CSP business here at Synnex, and I've got the co-host for today, Arpit Trivedi, who most of you know. So we're gonna be talking about some of the things that we feel are important for our partners to know at this stage. I'll just do a quick sound check if that's okay. I mean, if you can please type in the chat window and see and just say that you can hear us fine. Okay, awesome. So it seems like everybody can hear us. We'll proceed with the agenda. So today I'm going to talk about the GDPR and the requirements that impact the CSP partners. We'll see what is the role for our partners to play. This is not much, but definitely we want to make sure that everybody understands. We'll talk about the Synnex CSP billing. We are making some changes, so we'll just give you a quick update. Many of the partners have asked us about the auto renewal dates for their subscriptions. So we have updated a report that will give you all the data that you have been requesting. So we'll show you where to find that report. And then I'll hand over to Arpit to talk about the Azure RI and the server subscriptions. He'll also talk about the enablement initiatives that we have for the coming months. And we'll also talk about a few incentives. Okay, let's look at the GDPR requirements first. As a Microsoft partner, you'll need to obtain your customers' acceptance of the Microsoft Cloud Agreement starting the 1st of November. That's the day that Microsoft has given us. What does that mean? That means that before you can create a new customer and provision CSP subscriptions for them, you'll need to certify that you have shared the Microsoft Cloud Agreement with your partners and you have obtained their consent or their agreement for the same agreement as well. So we'll need the following details. We'll need the first name, the last name, the email address, phone number is optional, and the date of acceptance of the Microsoft Cloud Agreement. These changes we are hoping to deploy on the Synnex portal with effect 1st of October. And this is not the firm date yet, but we'll keep you posted as and when this is available on the portal. Orders will not be processed without this information once this feature has been implemented. So you will need to get the Microsoft Cloud Agreement accepted by your end customer and provide the details of the person who has accepted the agreement by providing us with the details that I've already covered. So if you want to know more how Microsoft is implementing this, I would recommend you note this URL, take a photo, take a screenshot, type it, or else we'll send you this information in the follow-up email along with the recording of this webinar as well. New CSP billing. So Microsoft CSP billing is complex. Is there anybody in the room who does not agree with me? Arpit is laughing. And we know, Microsoft CSP billing has been complex to understand. And hence, based on our partner feedback, Synnex is making changes. We want to simplify the billing for our partner. Microsoft still will bill Synnex as they do as of today, but we'll be making changes in the coming months so that the impact is taken off. So if we just review the current billing mechanism, you pay part in advance and you pay part in arrears, right? Any modifications that you do on an existing subscription are recognized by Microsoft on the anniversary date of the subscription, and the adjustments are reflected in the next billing cycle. That means that there are credit notes issued, there is rebilling done, and it just throws everything out of array, and the accounting teams they're just pulling their hair. I'll just give you one quick example. Let's say you add 10 seats, create a new subscription on the 15th of 8/18, right? So The invoice for this would be generated by Microsoft on the 1st of 9. And the invoice would be for the period 15th of 8 till the 14th of 9. So that's how it goes. And that's where I said you pay part in advance and part in arrears. So you'll receive the invoice from Synnex, after a few days. But what happens if you make some changes? Let's say you reduce the seats by 5 on the 25th of 8. Now your expectation would be that the invoice that is generated on the 1st of 9 accounts for this change. But that's not the case. And that's how the Microsoft billing works. Microsoft recognizes these modifications only on the anniversary of the subscription, which would be the 15th of 9, right? They'll recognize these changes that, yes, you have reduced 5 seats, and then the invoice that is generated on the 1st of 10 would have a credit applied for the money that you have already paid us, and then the adjustments applied, which would be, and they'll again do the prorated calculations, and then they'll do the adjustments to make it right. But again, we have gone from 1st of 9 till the 1st of 10 just to get this sorted, which is not a desirable outcome. Now, when we look at the new billing mechanism, we are going from advance to a post-pay billing mechanism, right? And this would apply to all monthly billing frequency subscriptions. You will pay for the actual usage only, so there won't be any adjustments, no credit notes, no rebilling for the monthly billing frequency subscriptions as such. If we look at the same example this time around, let's say you start a subscription with 10 seats on the 15th of 8. Now the invoice would be generated by Synnex on the 1st of 9. But this invoice would be for the period 15th of 8 till the 31st of 8. So on the 1st of 9, when we raise the invoice, it is only for the period that has gone past. And we'll charge you at a prorate charge for the period 15th of 8 till the 31st of 8. And we are done and dusted for the month of August. Same example, if you reduce the seat on 25th of 8, so you reduce the seats by 5th. In this case, the invoice will have a line item, which would be a prorate charge for 10 seats for the period 15th of 8 till the 24th of 8. And another line item, which would be for 5 seats for the period 25th of 8 till the 31st of 8. And again, the invoice is raised on the 1st of 9, and we don't have to worry about August anymore. So these changes are coming soon. I am not allowed to share the exact dates as we are, deciding on the go live date at this stage. But we'll be announcing the dates and the details to our partners very shortly. So stay tuned for more information around the new CSP billing model. Auto renewal dates. This is again another thing that our partners have been requesting. How do we look at, obviously you have been provisioning subscription on annual billing, and it is very important for you to know that when would these be actually auto renewed. So we have modified our Microsoft tenant report that you can already download from the management console on the Synnex portal to include some additional information. So the columns on that report now are your customer name, the tenant details, subscription ID, offer name, the subscription start date, and obviously the subscription auto renew date that was desired. And it'll also have the current subscription quantity for that particular subscription. So how do you download that? You go to the Synnex cloud portal, you click on cloud services, then you go into the management console, and then you click on select in the drop down next to the download tab. Herein you'll see the Microsoft tenant report. You click on that and the report is downloaded. And this is how the report will look like. It will have the subscription auto renew dates for all your active customers. Okay, I'll now pass on to Arpit to cover the RI and the server subscription part. Arpit, over to you, please.
Great. Thank you so much, Salil. Hello, everyone, and I hope you're getting all your updates on the partner update call. Now, all of you who were there in the previous update call, we did talk about the Azure Reserved Virtual Machine instances, which are available at a discounted price for your customers under the CSP program. And this is more in terms of making it easier for SMBs to afford the solutions on Azure, comparing with your on-premises physical server. And the latest update is that now you can also buy Windows Server and SQL Server subscriptions under CSP. Now, this works well in conjunction with your Azure RI, but not only that, you can also buy for your on-premise deployments as well. So this gives you very attractive rates in terms of provisioning your virtual machines on Azure. Many customers, they come and say that, Arpit, we don't have Windows Server licenses with software assurance because we are SMBs and we don't really purchase that. So we want that attractive pricing on Azure to be able to afford those solutions. And that's where the RI and Windows Server comes into play. Now, we will be talking about this in more detail. Yes, I know all of you might be excited to know how this will work, how the pricing comes across, how do you compare it with the normal pay-as-you-go pricing. So yes, we have a webinar on 29th of August where we will specifically discuss about Azure RI and the server subscriptions, how these two work well together to bring about a more affordable solution for your customers. In keeping in line with the enablement initiatives that Synnex is going to bring in this half, we have the partner update call in September as well. So a lot of things which have not been announced yet, or the details which are not available, they might be available in the next partner update call. Apart from that, we are also running a Microsoft 365 Business webinar. So Microsoft 365 Business is one of the key solution that Microsoft is focusing on for this year. And Synnex is planning on running that webinar on 12th of September at 11 a.m. So we are sharing these dates with you. Please make sure that you lock these dates in your calendars. Apart from that, we are coming to your cities with our road shows enablement. So people in Adelaide, yes, we've heard you. We did receive feedback that Synnex doesn't come to Adelaide at all. So we are coming to Adelaide this time of the year as well. So in October, we will be hitting the 5 major cities in Australia with a 2-day event where day 1 will cover the Azure and Microsoft 365, the business content more in terms of sales, marketing, what it entails, what's the significance for upgrading to Microsoft 365 or Azure solutions. So this particular day 1 content is available for anybody and everybody. Day 2 is more on the technical hands-on labs for Microsoft Azure, as well as the technical content on Microsoft 365. Now, please bear in mind, there are very limited seats available for the technical hands-on labs Azure workshop, and the preference will be given to those who are already transacting in Azure with Synnex under CSP. But the detailed agenda for the registration, for the links, we'll post that soon. You will receive it over on your emails as well. Now, while I'm talking about this, we did receive a couple of emails. I've received a couple of emails where the customer partner, reseller partner comes and tells me that I haven't received these emails. So if you are one of those who does not receive the emails regarding the updates, regarding the events or registration links, please send in a request to csp@au.synnex-grp.com and we'll make sure that your email ID is added to the list. All right, moving on, apart from the roadshows, as I already mentioned, we have the Microsoft 365 business focus for this year. So we are running the Microsoft 365 one-on-one sessions as well. Now, this initiative is specifically to upgrade all the customers from Office 365 to Microsoft 365 Business. We have been into Office 365 space. You've been purchasing Office 365 Business Premium for quite some time. You've helped your end customers become productive. Now, what's beyond that is to go for Microsoft 365 Business with that advanced layer of security and the capabilities for device management, where you're bringing in around productivity, you're giving the access over mobile devices, you also need to take care of the control and the security aspect of it. And that's where Microsoft 365 comes into play. So if you're looking for the Microsoft 365 Business one-on-one, many of you who haven't understood what exactly Microsoft 365 Business is all about or would like to know more, please send us an email to book your session. Send an email to the CSP team email ID, book your 1:1 session with us, and a Synnex CSP pre-sales specialist will conduct that 30 minutes session on Microsoft 365 Business for you. Being said that, if you have a custom requirement with Microsoft 365 Business session, please do not shy away from letting us know about it. We'll be more than happy to tailor the content based on your requirement.
I'd just like to add here before Arpit moves on to the next slide. The first 50 partners to send an email to CSP and book their sessions will also get 4 movie tickets each. This is each per organization, so we don't want multiple people from the same organization registering. So if one person from the organization can send the email and register and attend the session, we'll be sending 4 movie tickets to that partner organization. So the first 50 to register and attend.
Do I get any movie tickets for conducting?
You live in a movie theater already.
All right, there. So now you also get movie tickets apart from knowing about Microsoft 365 Business, helping your business grow. You can now also enjoy movies. All right, with that, we'll conclude today's monthly partner update call. But before I move forward, we would like to open it for Q&A. We still have quite some time with us. So if you have any questions at all, we are unmuting all of you. So please feel free to talk about any questions that you have or any discussion that you'd like to have. Feel free and take over the mic.
If we already have any questions that the partners may have typed, so maybe if we can just read them.
So one of the questions we received is about the RI instance pricing, which is, will the RI instance pricing through Synnex be the same discount as the Azure pricing calculator? Well, no. The Azure RI pricing, since it's a quote, it's a fixed price. So you will be making 3.5% margins on the Azure RI pricing. But again, we'll discuss complete details about how it comes into effect in the session on 29th of August. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. And I'd just like to add that if you have any RI requirements as of now, please do send us an email at csp@au.synnex-grp.com, and we are more than happy to share the RI price book with you. So yes, like Arpit mentioned, as it is not pay as you go, so there is no estimates here. There is a fixed price based on 1 year or 3 year commit, and we are more than happy to share the price book with you, which would be applicable, on a month-on-month basis.
Oh, we've received another request to have a roadshow in Hobart. Well, since we've already set up all our agendas, we have set up all our dates for now. But for those in Hobart, we are more than happy to do a one-on-one for you. So if you have a requirement, since we are running Microsoft 365 business sessions, so the workshop is on Microsoft 365 Business and Microsoft Azure. So if those of our partners who are from Hobart, we are more than happy to do a one-on-one with you for time being, and we'll look at traveling to Hobart as well in future. Now, to download the tenant report from the Synnex portal, there you don't need to select anything. You simply go to Cloud Services, as Salil already showcased in the slide deck. You simply go to Cloud Services. Yeah, we're just going back to show it to you what are the exact steps. So go to Cloud Services, select Management Console. On the Management Console page, when you scroll down, you next to the Downloads section, when you click on the drop-down arrow, you select Tenant Report. And that's download Microsoft Tenant Report, and it just downloads the entire report. If you're facing an issue where it's not giving you the desired information, again, please take a screenshot, send an email to the CSP team, and we'll look into it post this session with you. Yes, so thank you. We have been receiving, so one of the partners has also asked about the calling plans in Office 365. Please believe us, we have been asking the same question to Microsoft over and over again. Unfortunately, even we don't have any responses on when these calling plans will be made available in under CSP. For now, it's strictly only available through Telstra, and I understand the frustration because many of them want to buy it just through their CSP provider rather than having to separate the CSP subscriptions between multiple providers. Yes, I understand that, but unfortunately, Microsoft still hasn't commented or given any announcement or any news regarding when these calling plans be made available under CSP. So our hands are tied in that aspect.
I understand that the calling plans that are available through Telstra, they are also targeting the enterprise customers. I saw a post on Yammer a couple of days ago. I'm not 100% sure how it all works, but if I can find that Yammer post on one of the Microsoft forums, I would include the link that Noreen can share with the partners.
Any other questions at all? All right, so one of the participants has asked us to just paste it in the messages section, the GDPR link. Well, here. So the GDPR link that Salil talked about in the start, that's the link. So please go through this link. It will definitely happen. It has to definitely happen to have the calling plans available for CSP because it doesn't make sense to give make phone systems available, Skype for Business plans available, but then not make calling plans available in under CSP. So it is meant to happen. It will definitely happen, but we just don't know when. And that's the million-dollar question. Any other questions at all? Anything else? Any question that you have related to Office 365, Azure, Microsoft 365, or the CSP program, please feel free to type that in. Or you can simply unmute yourself and speak up over the microphone. All right, so another participant has just added over the conversation section itself for Adam's query, which is regarding the Office 365 plans, is that if you are a Telstra business partner, you can sell this as part of the Telstra partner agreement and still get something out of it, which means that you have to go through Telstra. And we have also heard some news that if you want to get the calling plans from Telstra, since it's exclusively available through Telstra, then they do ask you to transfer your business for that entire customer of CSP to Telstra.
Chris, that's right. We are recording this call, and later this afternoon, Noreen will be sending an email out to all our CSP partners and will make the recording available to you. And while we still have few minutes. While we are waiting for more questions to come through, I would also like to give you a preview into one of the incentives we are planning to launch next week. I was hoping to finalize the details. They are still in works. But given that we have some time, I'm just getting a bit excited to share that with you guys. So any partner who purchases Microsoft 365 licenses under the CSP program with Synnex on the annual billing frequency, you will be able to get $100 off a Surface device that you buy from us. Obviously, you have to be a approved, authorized Surface reseller registered with Synnex. If you are not a registered or approved Microsoft Surface reseller and you would like to become one, you can send us an email and we'll guide it to the concerned department and they can work with you to see if you are eligible. But any partner who is an approved Surface device reseller with Synnex, you will get $100 off, each device for the Microsoft 365 business license that you buy from us. So yeah, I know it's lots of information. More details will be sent to you via an EDM early next week.
Great, thank you. So that's another incentive coming your way.
So if there are no more questions, we'll close this call and we'll be sending you a link to download the recording and we look forward to seeing you in the webinar on the 29th.
Great, thank you everyone.